Boom! What's going on, guys? Boy, good to Savage back again. You know what time it is, bro. Saturday night main event, the aftermath. Uh, hey, man, bit of a fun one, man. I'm not even too stressed, bro. 'Cause I weren't looking forward to this event anyway. I didn't stay up to watch it live. I watched it this morning, so I don't have the added stress of having to stay up and then watching something disappointed. So I'm actually all right, man. I watched it twice now because I watched it on my own in the gym and I watched it with my son. So done enough debriefing on it, man. So I'm good to go, man. First of all, big up everyone. Health check, mental health check, physical check. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I mean the sun's looking gracious and that. I'm really a fan of the sun. I like how it looks, man. I'm not really a fan of heat like that. But hey, man, we'll tell you that, innit? So should be a good weekend. Watch my team lift the trophy later. Watch them bring that trophy right next to me tomorrow at the parade. But I checked the weather for Liverpool twice, and both times it said to me it's gonna rain. So it is what it is. But you can't spoil the party anyway. We're here to talk about rest. Yeah, I mean WWE Saturday night main event. We'll be here for a good time, not a long time. You get me? 'Cause obviously, gonna go straight over from here after 3:45. Do the watch along for Liverpool. 4 o'clock kickoff. Watch my team lift the trophy. Watch the haters hate. Move on from there. Enjoy the rest of the day. Get a good sleep. Tomorrow, hit the train. You know what time it is, bruv. Scousland. You get me? Fellow Scousers! Anyway, how's everybody feeling, man? Did everybody watch this? I don't know. Obviously, you lot are all in different parts of the world, so you watched it at different times. Call it live at different time. Watched on different networks. Some people watched on CBS. Some people watched on Netflix. Some people watched on YouTube. I mean, I'll say some people watched on Netflix. I didn't actually know it was on Netflix. You lot said it in the chat last time, but some people watched on YouTube, which is where I watched it. So a little bit easier because once the show had done and you watch it back, I could just skip through all the adverts, and the show altogether was 2 hours with ads. Sitting there watching it without ads, brother. This show was about. I'm not even joking. Probably about hour and 15 minutes, bro. We take out the ads because they were dropping in 3, 4 ads per match and that. And I hear some people saying that abroad they were getting mugged off a bit, but it's WWE for you, man. You know what to expect by now. Like, is there even point of moaning about the ads when they're gonna get paid? You get me? But big up to you guys. Big up James. Hope you're well. Good morning, my guy. Yeah, big up, man. Oh yeah, man. Happy birthday, Roman Reigns. You already know the vibe. Throw the ones up for the tribal chief. That's why he was never turning up at no damn Saturday night main event. He's probably on a yacht in Samoa. You get me? Getting a foot rub. Anywho, beautiful sunny day in Richmond, Virginia. That's good, man. It's sunny here too. I hear it, Morris, bruv. Hay fever's a demon, bruv. I've escaped it today. And I've been out as well, so hopefully you don't get me, man. You know my new technique, man. Get up at 4 o'clock, throw that pill in, and then sleep some more, and then get up and go out. Bill J said they had to watch on Peacock probably about 30, 40 minutes plus commercials. Yeah. Commercials are a bit mad still. Yeah. And I think it's different on whatever you watch. And obviously YouTube won't drop the TV commercial, so it just say we're on an ad break commencing soon, and then you just have to wait. Which I don't know which one's more annoying, to be honest. I don't know if it's more annoying to witness an actual ad, or it's more annoying to see a blue screen with a countdown saying we'll be back soon. I don't know. Morrissey may return tomorrow on Raw because Money in the Bank is next Saturday already. Um, yeah. I hear it. Um, what did you just say? I don't mean Saturday for any Americans in the chat. This Saturday. This Saturday was yesterday, so now the new Saturdays are coming up. Yeah. So good. I hear it still. Yeah, they're screaming nothing. They do it on Netflix as well. And I don't mind the Netflix one because it gives you a timer in it. So like, if I want to go make a drink or something, I can go do that and know when it's coming back on. The only problem with the Netflix one is they put this weird music in the background and it just says like I think it just says welcome in like bare different languages at the bottom. And it might have like Roman in slow motion or Bianca in slow motion or something like that. But it doesn't stay like that. So sometimes it does the blue screen on SmackDown with somebody doing like a signature move, but then sometimes it goes on an ad and the time will come up in the corner, but I can still see everything. So you get me? It's one of those ones, man. So it's one of those, man. The product of the fans has been plagiarized now. You get me? It's been assaulted for money, and we can't do nothing about it, and nobody cares. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, I mean, hopefully the viewers. I actually hope that the viewers drop at this point, just so it can prove a point to them. But Saturday night main event itself, a bit mad still because obviously watching it just felt like I don't know. I don't know. It just felt like my overview of the show is it wasn't okay as a standalone show. It wasn't terrible, so I'm not gonna pretend like it was completely cheeks. When you merge it in with like SmackDown, Raw, pay per view, all the pay per views and stuff like that, Backlash, WrestleMania, it's not good when it comes to that because it doesn't help progress any storylines or anything like that. But as a standalone show, well, actually, say that I didn't have to stay up and watch it, so that shows how excited I was for it. And then when I woke up, I didn't get, I went. At first, I wasn't even shook about seeing spoilers, but I didn't see any because I watched it pretty early. And then once I watched it, I was like, I really didn't miss any, like I missed nothing at all, like nothing at all. Um, the highlight of the night was probably R-Truth's entrance. I'm not even joking, by the way. And this could have been if this was on SmackDown or Raw, I would have said, "Oh, that was a decent SmackDown or Raw." But then if there wasn't no backstage segments, I would have said it was like a average Raw SmackDown to good. So um, the show was all over the place. The timing was all off. I think from when I saw when Logan got in the ring, it was on it was on an hour and 52 minutes. I think it was. So there was 8 minutes left of the show. Now, 6 of those minutes were in the ring wrestling, which, to be fair to Logan and Jake, we'll get to it anyway, but they got quite a bit done in that short space of time. But then the aftermath of what happened was another 3 to 4 minutes, and then it was done. And then I can't lie, which we'll get to as well. I think I'll be dead serious, by the way. Cody for me ruined the show. Whatever was decent of the show, he ruined the show for me. He actually ruined it, and it didn't shock me. It didn't. I wasn't like, oh my god, it's Cody. Oh my god, it's Bronson Reed. The brother, I didn't care. But anyway, we'll get to it anyway. But love for the love. Where should we start? The first match with the tag team match.
Yeah.
First match with the tag team match. Okay, man. So, yeah, the beginning of the show was a bit all over the place, but we'll see. Let me just put this up the ticker so I can remember what I was watching. Aftermath. I'm starting to realize as well, just scamming through YouTube and stuff. And obviously, I go off on one sometimes, and it passionate one when we're talking about it. But as you can see, usually my title in that isn't like too, I don't know, disparaging of what Raw or what the show is. I just try and do the review. But I see what the technique is now on YouTube. I get it, guys. Like to run around and then I'm gonna have a rant. It's a kind of childish on it. Like I think if you're gonna preempt a rant, then it ain't a rant to me. You get me? Now, if you put it in as your total after because you ended up having a rant, that's different. But when people are preempting it and wait till you see me on Tuesday, I'm gonna have a rant about this. I'm like, nah, man. And then I don't want to be falling into that space. So luckily for them people, I don't clip up when I lose it on here. I just leave it, and you know what I mean. You'd have to find it in the stream, which is almost. But I just see what's happening, and I don't like it, man. Obviously, everyone content create how you want to create on it, but it's kind of disgusting. You know what I mean? It's kind of disgusting. Yeah, tag team match. We get the Seth and Bron Breakker in the ring first, Paul Heyman and that. We get Sami Zayn's entrance. We get CM Punk, loud pop for CM Punk again, of course. He's always going to get that. It seems to be a fan favorite, especially at live shows. I don't know, man. Bit of a. It's hard to dissect this tag team match because this literally, if this happened on Raw, which it would likely happen on Raw, because apart from CM Punk, who was it? Yeah, didn't we have this tag team match on Raw? But it was Jay and Sammy instead of Jay and See what I mean? And Jay's the champion, so I'm not trying to be like it's very hard for me to go, oh my god, I can't believe we got to see that tag team. I didn't give a shit. Like I didn't care. And also, I didn't realize that Paul Heyman could start being annoying for me, but it just doesn't fit this group, bro. He's been like a chicken shit for the last 4 years, and he's had the baddest man on the roster with him, and now all of a sudden he's ready to like get involved in certain things, like get a bit more physical and do certain things. And I'm like, brother, like, I don't get it. So forgive me if I don't talk about the actual match, but there's nothing to talk about. There was a few spots in there. Actually, I don't even remember anything from this. In fact, I think in the actual match, I think Sammy was the best in the match. CM Punk's starting to look old now, and I know he's not old in age, but he's starting to look old, bro. Like he's. I don't even want to diss him like that. I'm trying to think of the right adjectives to say, but because I was gonna say he's like quite frail and that. But when he was in AEW, we saw that when he came in, he don't know what was it, a crowd surf and broke his ankle or something. Then he came back, tore his tricep. So we had 2 returns of CM Punk. Then he left there, came to WWE, tore his tricep in a match again in a Royal Rumble. Then he's come back again. Like his body's failing him a little bit, and I don't know what it is, man. Everything looks clunky on him. Like his knee pads and all that look like they're weighing him down. I don't know what it is, man. I don't want to cost him too much, bro. But he's just luckily for him, fans love him because of who he is and not how his wrestling is. Because he's I don't know, man. The grey beard, the grey streaks at the back of his hair now, the bags under his eyes. I don't care about the grey hairs because Roman's got grey hairs. Roman's got grey hairs in his beard and that, and he just like I don't care about that. That's not. Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching Ric Flair was old when I was born and that, bro, and I didn't think he was done. But I'm just saying, like, I don't mind that. I don't care about the bags under his eyes either, bro. Like, I know it makes him look older, but I'm saying in the ring though, like in the actual ring, everything looks a bit sloppy. He's trying. It's even like the when the match got started before the bell rang. And the referees are moving mad weird in this, by the way. And I spoke about this on Raw and SmackDown, how everyone seems to be changing rules, and Wade Barrett and that seem to like be justifying people's actions. But they stood up on the apron, they had a standoff, the crowd was going crazy, and then they jumped in the ring. When they jumped in the ring, the ref didn't ring the bell, fair enough, and then they started scrapping, but his punch is all a bit, and I don't know, man, because him and Seth both punch like panzers in it, so it's a bit scrappy. Um, Match itself was what it was, just like a Raw match. And we got this weird part where Sammy had his comeback. He does all of his Blue Thunderbomb style stuff. Bron's in the corner waiting for a haluva kick. And then, like, we get... bro, we don't know, man. We get this, like, weird thing. We get this weird thing. We see Bron Breakker jump over the barricade. I mean, Bron... Fucking hell. They've all got Bron Breakker, Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed. Fucking hell, man. Just call him Steiner in it. Anyway, we see Bronson Reed jump over the barricade. I know this sounds petty, bro, but I'm really wanting the show to be better. And these are little things. I literally said to you guys at Backlash, when Corn on the Cob turned up, what's the point of him being there when Bronson Reed's going to be fit soon? And he's literally already that role in that group. And now, unless Bronson Reed's saying like, yeah, I only joined that group because I didn't have nothing to do at the time, and I really want to like return and be on my own. All right, safe. But if you think of how, he got injured at War Games doing a tsunami off the top of the cage, broke his ankle. He comes back, he jumps over the barricade, he takes out CM Punk straight away. Camera angle's all dodgy, so he looks like it looks very weird. They always bring these lot back in like a black t-shirt and black trousers. Like it's like the Polynesian, Samoan, Tongan starter pack, bro. Like if you got a Polynesian tattoo, you have to wear a black t-shirt, or you have to wear the black H&M hoodie. It's just a thing, innit? He takes him out, goes through the barricade. Even the barricade spot didn't wow me or anything like that. It was nice to see him back. Then he looks towards the ring. Sammy's all panicking, like, yo, what's going on there? Sammy goes to turn around because he's getting ready to give Bron a haluva kick. And then Paul, and I'm, bear in mind, I replayed this part 3 times. And when I watched it with my son, and he said the same thing. Paul Heyman pulls Sammy's leg, like he holds his leg so he can't turn around. And the ref is staring directly at Paul Heyman, like in his face, bro. In his face. And the ref even acknowledges it. He's like, yo, what you doing? You got what I mean? He's like, he doesn't do the whole, get out of here. It's just like, what you doing? And then Sammy does the, turn around. And then he walks into like a spear. And all of a sudden, I thought when they called, like, Bron Breakker's super spear, I thought that meant the one when he runs outside, innit? Yeah. But he done a regular spear, and they're like, oh, it's a super spear. I'm like, but then Roman's is a super spear then, and Jay's is a super spear, and Jimmy's is. I don't get it. It's like I can't. I never want to this anyone's job, innit? They're all better at their job than I would be at their job. Fair enough, bro. But the commentary team is terrible, bro. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, Michael Cole should be in the Hall of Fame, innit? 100%. I like Pat McAfee. I like Wade Barrett, but he's a bit annoying. I don't. This Joe Tessitore, allow him is trash, bro. I don't care about that. And all I'm saying is, now I'm like, since Vince has left, Michael Cole's become annoying. They interact with the people, like the yeeting to Jay and that. It's boring now, isn't it? Because now it's just like, I don't know, I don't know. It's I really don't like it. I really don't like it. It's terrible. They're covering up stuff in commentary. They're saying stuff that don't make any sense. All of a sudden, disqualifications or matches are getting thrown out now. Or Paul Heyman's grabbing someone's leg and the commentator's not saying what happened. Or we'll get to the Damien Priest in that match, but Damien Priest gave Mac. We'll get to that because I'll do it again. And I'm just like, they do good jobs sometimes, commentators, where like somebody will not. I don't want to say botch the move because if you was in a real fight, you're not going to hit every move properly. So I like when they're like, oh yeah, they didn't get all of that, because instantly us at home can stop talking about, oh my god, they botched it. No. The commentators acknowledge they didn't get all of that. So as long as the person in the ring don't sell it like they got shot, we're good to go. That's fine. But I don't really like this. Anyway, that happens. Eats a spear. They win. They stand tall. Fuck's sake, man. All of these fucking Bronson Reed gets into the ring. And then he stands up, and him and Breaker's having a stare down, and they're just staring at each other. He rips off the singlet, and that looks like he wants, because obviously, clearly, Paul Heyman and Seth didn't let him in on the secret that he's joined the group. And then Seth puts his hands on him and is like, "Yo, it's okay." He gives him a hug, and then Braun Breaker shakes his hand, and then, oh my god, we've got another member of the group now. It looks cool. They look cool together. That's where it ends, though. That's where it ends. They look cool together because we ain't trying to hear Bronson Reed talk on the mic. Let's be honest. Braun Breaker's actually decent on the mic as long as he gets to speak. And then we don't want to hear Seth on the mic anyway. We don't want to hear Seth, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. Brother, that household between him and Becky's madness with them accents, bro. I can't even lie, bro. You get me? No wonder she called herself the man, but I hear it still. You get me? So just let Paul Heyman do all the talking, which would seem to be the plan they've got in it. Let's get these kind of guys. We've got Seth, who's a veteran now. We've got Paul Heyman, who's a legend at getting people over. So now we've got Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, and haven't been able to get themselves over. So we put them with Paul, see what he can do. But he won't be able to do it for all of them. Even if this group all get titles, say for example, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed end up with a tag team title, Seth ends up with the WWE Championship, or whatever way you want to do the Intercontinental title, whatever. That's not going to make the group automatically better. So it is what it is. They're together, and just like WrestleMania, from now to WrestleMania, we've had no explanation of why any of these lot together. Now, before anyone tells me, well, Paul Heyman did it on the Pat McAfee show. The Pat McAfee show is not part of WWE. It's not. It's not part of WWE. So why would every WWE fan watch the Pat McAfee show to listen to Paul Heyman's explanation? They didn't play it on the WWE show. So as a casual, or even as someone who's a diehard but don't watch it, how would they know? They wouldn't know exactly. And also, leading up to the War Games match, you lot are forgetting, like, how did all of that stuff come to be? Do you remember that, like, people are running around, Sammy was running around trying to recruit Seth for Roman's team and stuff like that, and everyone was kind of turning him down and all that. Bronson Reed joined the Bloodline 2.0, and the Reed. Remember, Seth was missing for a while. Why was he missing? Because he got given 7 tsunamis, bro. This guy who tried to kill him, he tried to wreck him. This was how have you forgiven 7 tsunamis? You was eternal bleeding. You had left. I don't know, man. You got some explaining to do. I'm sure they'll give us some bullshit reason on Raw that none of us will believe. But and don't get me wrong, we've seen wrestlers destroy someone before, then they join them. But this quick. Normally it's like years down the line or something. This quick, it's just fine. Hey, if he was like, oh, I gave him 1 tsunami in a match, and then after the match, brother, he gave him 7 tsunamis, bro. Like, all right, man. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just a fan of it, bro. Moving on from there, we had the women's US title match. Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. And at ringside, because some reason they don't ban these people up from ringside anymore. The secret cervix, bro. And listen, they added this, so I didn't when we did the preview yesterday, I didn't know that they added this, and then I went on Twitter and I saw they've added this. Okay, fair enough. Um, it does make me wonder. You probably should have added the tag team match from SmackDown to this, and then you could have had the Wyatt. Even though I don't enjoy the Wyatt Six, you could have had the Wyatt Six on this show, and you could have that great tag team match you had. But yeah, um, I've told you lot already this weird formula they got, and I don't understand why Chelsea Green isn't allowed to fight over people and Zelina's not allowed to fight over people. So when Chelsea won the title, or she could only fight me chin, my chin, your chin, her chin every week. That's all that's all you could fight every week is that me chin, my chin, your chin, her chin. Bullshit title defenses. Then she lost her title. Fair enough, she lost the title. Safe, innit? Let's be honest, man. They weren't giving her anything, so it ended up feeling a bit crap anyway. The secret cervix add nothing to Chelsea. They actually add nothing. You could have employed some randomers to do the job. Chelsea's great. They're not. Dewdrop and flipping Alba Fire or whatever her name is, bro. So you get me. She was great on NXT UK, by the way, but she's not now. I get it. I know why. I realize because on NXT UK you didn't have to talk, so she's just a good wrestler. But anyway, we got this match. This is another match, just like the first one, that could have been put on a SmackDown and you wouldn't have flinched on it. We then you go. We get the match. The match itself, to be honest, because one's so tall and one's so small, the match wasn't that bad. It wasn't fun, but it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Like they got their offense in. We had some good spots in the match. We had the like the code red off the top rope to win the match. We had a 619 that didn't work out. And this is what I was speaking about the commentators. A leg got trapped in the rope, Zelina, so she just kicked her in the face on it. And the commentators alluded to, well, she didn't get all of the 619. I like that they did that because if Chelsea just sold the 619 and Zelina pinned her, that would have looked terrible. The only problem is she kicked her in her face on it, and it looked like it could have broke her nose. I don't know, I haven't checked, but her nose was pouring the blood. The match got finished. Things like that happen in wrestling. It is what it is, isn't it? Like I'm not gonna go too far with it and that. She tried to make the move look a little bit better because if she had just messed up the 619 and stopped, and then Chelsea sold it, it would have looked crazy. But yeah, it's one of those ones, man. I'm sure they've all injured each other and they'll be fine with it. So it's one of those, man. It's one of those. Zelina keeps the title. We move on. Nobody cares. Nobody will ever talk about this match again. Nobody will ever watch this match again. And yeah, that's kind of it. Moving on from there, we go into. Is it R-Truth and John Cena? Or the cage match? R-Truth and John Cena, isn't it? Then the cage match, then Jay. Yeah. R-Truth and John Cena. Yeah. Yeah. Another match that wasn't very long. The show was. I get it. The show wasn't very long, to be honest, but I still think the timing was off a little bit. Maybe you should start cutting a bit of time off entrances and adding it to the match when you're doing something this short, or the advertisements, because we get John Cena coming to the ring. I know that you lot moaned about it before. I'm not in the same opinion as you. I actually like John Cena's entrance. In fact, I think his entrance was way better with just his name, and it goes dark because everyone's got the fireflies out. So I thought that was pretty cold. I didn't like John Cena's trainers and socks again. This might have been the worst one. This might have been the worst one. He had some orange, some peach and white socks with peach and white trainers, and I was just like, brother, I don't know about these ones, John. I'm not sold on this at all, bro. But John Cena gets in the ring, he's waiting for R-Truth, and then you hear John Cena's music hit again, and then you're like, oh wow. And honestly, everything that R-Truth is to the business, you saw it in today's match, because even though we know the storyline's stupid, even though we know that the title's not on the line, and even though we know that if the title wasn't on the line or not on the line, R-Truth was still not going to win this match. But he comes out and he mimics John Cena. He's in the all red John Cena outfit. He does all the mannerisms. He speaks like John Cena at the top of the ramp. Well, there's no ramp, top of the entrance. Pulls out the flag. My time is now. Runs to the ring just like John. Slides into the ring just like John. You love it, man. Even when he bounced off the rope like John, throws the hat in the crowd. Yeah, man, it was dope. And then we had the match, and the match was what it was. To be fair, the match wasn't terrible. It was just quick. But also, I'm actually probably kind of glad it was quick because what else was we going to see from the match? So R-Truth's offense in this match was all of John Cena's moves, and all of John Cena's offense in this match was John Cena's moves. It was the loudest crowd of the night. The crowd was really behind both of them, to be honest. But there was parts where they were cheering for Truth. Where I was like, wow, this is the biggest applaud that Truth has got in about 15 years, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's like it was great. So big up to Truth for that, and I'm glad you got seeing him in a high spot. Probably should have put it as the main event, to be honest. It would have helped, but there was no title on the line, so I understand. Truth did his thing, man. 5 knuckle shuffle, gave John Cena the AA, gave John Cena the STF, all of those things, man. You get me? I thought that was pretty dope. At one point, John Cena rolls out the ring, grabs the title as he has in every match so far. And obviously, we're watching it like there's no title on the line, so it's like, oh, John's just gonna go hit him with the title and get out of there. And then he fingers. Then he gets in the ring, looks like he's about to hit R-Truth, and then R-Truth turns around, and they're face to face, and R-Truth looks so disappointed in him, like, yo, there ain't no way my hero's about to cheat to beat me and that. And I wasn't sold on this anyway. I knew straight away what was going to happen, but the crowd looked a bit confused, like, oh my god, is he sold the light? Like John Cena looked sad, and he was looking at the crowd like, oh, what am I doing? Then once you see him hand the belt over to the ref, and the ref turns his back, you're like, he's gonna give him a low blow, kicks him in the balls, gives him an AA, wins again. So all of John Cena's matches so far, that's how he's finishing them, and a little bit of a low blow or a title. Then picks up the win, gets into the corner, and then he hits Truth with the title in the head, then leaves and walks out, and then we have the end of that match. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Morris said it could have been some back and forth on the outside, a barricade spot, ring spot, steps, announcement, but it was all in the ring. It wasn't all in the ring. John Cena did throw him into the ring post and on the outside. I remember that. You know what I mean, but obviously the match was quick in it, so I guess these are professionals. So if you know you've only got a lot of time, you can't add extra stuff. Probably shouldn't have been that Saturday night main event, but the whole thing probably shouldn't have happened, to be honest. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, James, that's what I'm saying. He was outside, but he wasn't outside for long. But like I said, if you've got to know where your spots are and what you got to do, yeah, you can't waste any time. But then we move on. We get a backstage segment after that match, pretty quick as well, because John must have. It felt like John went backstage, had a shower, and was walking backstage within 2 minutes because he just went back and then he bumped into Jay. But when I was looking at John, I'm like, John doesn't look like he just wrestled. So I don't know, unless that was pre-recorded from earlier. It looked crazy, but he bumped into Jay, and then I didn't like this, and John Cena had some Fast and Furious Toretto monologue. He said, "Jay Uso, long time no see." I said, "What the fuck, bro?" And then Jay was like, "Last time I saw you, Juice, I threw you out the Royal Rumble. 4 letters, 1 word." So they're having a back and forth. And then he says, "Funny you should say that, Jay. You might want to focus on finding that YouTuber tonight. Wouldn't it be funny if on my day 0, I walk out with this title and a YouTuber walks out with your title? I'm going to be paying close attention to you tonight, Jay." I said, what the fuck? What the fuck promo was this, bro? But what John does, the overacting, for someone who's a decent actor, the overacting is it's something to be studied. Something to be studied. See, John Cena's reaction to hearing the music play again was lackluster. He didn't sell it. Why would he sell it though? To R-Truth, playing his music, he shouldn't sell it because he's there to ruin wrestling, and he knows that R-Truth's going to have some kind of shenanigans. So I think it made sense. But yeah. Anyway, we move on from there. We go into I think a lot of time spent on adverts and video package in it. Yeah, James is definitely doing a good job at killing wrestling. I agree. I don't know if he's doing it in the way he's intended, but there's a weird thing. There's a weird part of me because John Cena, the man, is such a smart guy. I'm being deadly serious now, and I could be 100% wrong. Something tells me that John, once he realized he's going to heal, he studied because he's always on the internet, and I'm really believing that he hears all the stuff that all the fans say about him in the ring, and he's doing it on purpose now. Like he's over exaggerating stuff. Like, that one when it was at WrestleMania, I think it was, and you could hear him speaking. Bro, like that's not regular John Cena. Like, yes, you can hear him talking sometimes, but he was doing it loud, like he was on purpose. But anyway, remember when Seth came put with the Shield tune and Roman's reaction? I expected something like, why? Why though? Are you not think it's our truth? He knows when brother the Roman one. It's unexpected. It's unexpected to hear the Shield music in it because it triggers him a little bit. And he was fighting Seth, and he's expecting to get the Psycho Seth and that. This is our truth, bro. Like, come on, bro. We all. Maybe I'm in the minority. I assume that that our truth was going to do this. I just didn't think he was going to come out to Cena's music, but I thought he would come out dressed as Cena. So I don't know. I don't know, but I don't. You can't compare what Roman and Seth to like John Cena and our truth. The story is completely different. You get me? That was whole. Remember, R-Truth's not trying to get on John Cena's skin. He's trying to beat some sense back into John Cena. Seth was trying to get on the Roman skin and win the title. So, anyway, we move on from there. We have a AAA video package, and then we have this. Oh my god, this same video package between Priest and Drew McIntyre that we've been getting for about 5 months. And all what happens is every time they turn up at a pay per view or a show, they add on another clip. Like, brother, I was only thinking the other day. Remember when we saw when Drew got the glass in his eye and then CM Punk walked past him? That was Priest. Why we still? This story should have finished at WrestleMania. It should have finished at WrestleMania with the Claymore and the head into the chair with the Sin City Street fight, which didn't hit the streets at all. But all right, that should have been it. The coup de grace, bruv. Like we didn't. Even though I predicted that they would put a cage up eventually, but listen, let me be as kind as possible. The match was good. The match between Damien Priest and Drew was good. It was everything that big men having a cage match should be. So that was good. You know what I mean? They're not high flyers. They weren't doing somersaults. There was suplex spots from the cage. You got what I mean? There was claymores. They gave each other's move with the South of Heaven from Drew and the claymore, and then the claymore from Priest and the South of Heaven. Now, what I was speaking about to you guys with the commentators was before Drew gave him the South of Heaven, Damien Priest definitely gave Drew a claymore, and the commentators didn't sell it at all, bro. They didn't even. I think they brought it back up later, like I think Wade Barrett. But when it happened, he gave him the claymore, and they just carried on with the match. They just carried on, didn't say anything. Oh my God, claymore from Priest! But God, oh my God, it's killed him! Claymore, claymore, claymore. Nothing, nothing. No response to it at all, bro. None at all. And thank God, I tell you, God bless the great man Jesse the Body Ventura, because I love this guy because he's so old school that he thinks like us. He thinks like us, and I'll get to that at the end of this match. So we get all the moves given, countdown, Drew McIntyre, all of this business. We had a couple of fake outs from the Claymore as well. I like that from Priest. I thought that was pretty cool how we did that. And then yeah, we get I think we got they obviously they jammed the chair up in the corner like they did at WrestleMania, but this time Drew goes to give him a Claymore. Damien learns his lesson, which was a decent callback, and then his foot goes into it and he's hurt his knee. Turns around, then he runs into a thingy. He gets hit with the steel chair first, gets hit with the South of Heaven, and then when he lands, he rolls onto the chair in it, and his head's just on the chair. And then Priest looks in the corner, sees the other chair, and is like, "You know what? I'm gonna do what I did to Edge." Gets it, concerto. By the way, I like the way he did the concerto and the way he was standing for the camera angle made the concerto look lethal because sometimes it looks a bit botchy. Did that, but then the part that I spoke about in the preview that I don't like, I literally spoke about this 24 hours ago, bro. I cannot stand people walking out the cage, bro. I can't stand it now. There's gonna be stories where walking out the cage is required. Usually if somebody cheats on it. So if somebody, big up Anna, if somebody interferes in your match and helps you, then I don't expect you to climb out the cage because that actually doesn't make sense. But when it's a one-on-one, nobody cheating, he gives him that. He walks out the ring, walks down the steps, looks back at Drew. Nice little camera shot for the cameraman in the chat. And then steps down, and then the bell rings, and then Drew's left there all battered now. One, I don't like this because I think it's What is it? I think it's 3-2 in career victories to Damien Priest at the moment, but also, or it might be 2-2 or something like that. But they weren't all in the same sequence. The only way this is saved, well, not saved for us, but saved for WWE, is if Drew McIntyre needs some time off now, because I know that he was nursing an injury. I know he put out a statement the other day saying he's been working injured. If he leaves now, it helps Priest a little bit, but it doesn't much because Drew McIntyre loses all the time in it. But he he helps him a little bit, and it doesn't look weak. Because if he just beats Drew and then Drew turns back up on Raw or SmackDown or whatever, then why would Drew just let him get away with it and not fight him again when it's equal now after the WrestleMania match? So they're gonna have to write Drew off for a little bit, or write him off until they do some stupid draft and split them up away from each other so they don't have to see each other anymore. Because I tell you yesterday, he's gonna end up as a best of 7 series or a tag team to keep going. So whatever in it. I don't like people walking out. And Jesse the Body Ventura was not having it. He said, "What the hell is he doing?" He said, "He's walking out of the cage." He said, "You can't walk out of a cage match." He said, "You can. They're the rules." He said, "That's stupid. You climb out of a cage." And he wouldn't shut up about it. And I love him for that. I love him for that. He was on one. He was like, "Nah, I'm not." He said, "That's a coward's way out. He's supposed to climb out." I said, "Brother, this shit is fucking hilarious." But yeah. Anyway, that was the match, man. Good match. Good match. Could have been on SmackDown, but good match. I'll give him that. Can't even complain too much. I just didn't like the ending. However, at least the way he took out Drew walking out the door actually made sense. Yeah. And that's what I said. It makes sense that he did it because if you take Drew out like that, why would you climb out? That makes sense. I just don't like the fact that he got to walk out. Honestly, said it's stupid. Priest after the concerto, he could have easily climbed the cage, looked down at Drew, and climbed. No. Honestly, this might be your worst comment. This might be your worst comment. Why would he? Why would he give him a concerto and climb out the cage, bro? What? You know how dumb that would have looked. Give him a concerto and climb out when the door's there, and he can pin him as well. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. That was almost symbolic. It was like you saying, "Yo, Drew, I'm walking out on this feud now. It's over with, bro." Man said he should have gave Megan Chow and climbed out, even though the door's right there, a couple meters away. Yeah, bro, that's crazy, bro. Yo, man, you should get thrown in the gulag for that one there. You get me? Uh Oost, the ads during the show was outrageous. Big up, John. Yeah, it was mad. Like I said, I didn't watch it live in it because WWE is not must see TV anymore. So unless I'm doing a watch along with you lot, what reason do I have to? And I do every watch along with you lot, but what reason do I have to watch this live? Spoilers. It's fine because I don't need social media like that. So spoilers won't get me when it comes to who won the match. I'll just wake up and watch it. So I got to skip through the ads, but I could time them from when I was skipping through on YouTube. I could see how long the ads were. So but honestly, said fair. Didn't see it that way. My bad. No, it's not your bad. I mean, it's a bad take. It's a terrible take, but it's not your bad. It's all fun and games, isn't it? But think of it logically. That's the equivalent of like you fighting someone in your back garden, or you jump in someone's back garden, fight them, and then the back gates there open, and you climb over the fence. That's the equivalent of getting into a fight with your friend in a car, and instead of opening the car door, climb out the window because I can. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it, bro. Anyway, it's not that important. It's wrestling and it's all fun and games, and don't get too offended. Bigger Anna, yeah. The ads were like they were atrocious. Yeah. No care for the fans there. Sometimes, sometimes in life, and I'm a businessman. Don't get me wrong, but there's no business that I'm involved in where I don't care about the customer. Now, I might not care about the whole like the customer's whole point in everything because I don't believe the customer's always right. But the reason why they made that is because the customers only paid you the money, so technically they are always right. Otherwise, they just give me my money back in it, or I won't pay you. But yeah, it's a bit of a it's a bit of a mad one still. WWE don't seem to give a shit. You get what I mean? Can you imagine if we could get refunds because we just didn't enjoy something? Oh my god, I'd all my WWE money back for the years. But get me a mortgage, that would get me a mortgage. But anyway, yeah, Saturday night commercials, business make. Yeah, exactly. It's like getting ready to leave your yard, but instead of taking your front door, you climb outside from the living room window. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is, man. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, bro. You know, like that, bro. That's like climbing through your bathroom window and sliding down the roof to get out of the house when you could have walked down the stairs and went through the living room door. But I digress, bro. That highlight package they put together of that guy who's going to be go against Chad looks hot. Yeah, yeah, it looked good. It looked dope. It looked dope. It did look dope. Um, then we move on to the main event, which I mean, I think Anna's probably gonna be happy with this one, with what I'm about to say, because I think I said it to Morrison the other day, but I don't think he was there, Anna. I appreciate what Logan Paul can do in the ring, but everything in the ring isn't flips and dives. There's an in-ring psychology. There's slowing the match down, there's speeding the match up. There's selling the story. There's saying stuff in the match. There's doing stuff towards the hard cam. There's focusing on somebody's leg if it's injured. There's always these little things you can do in a match. I know I pretty much just described Roman, but he's the best to me. Like that's the perfect of when Roman wants to speed stuff up, he can. When he wants to slow stuff, he's got the ring psychology. He'll speak to the crowd. He'll look confused. The cameraman knows like Logan's gonna do this now, so I probably should focus on his face here. The confusion when somebody kicks out of something, he doesn't just scream. He's looking around. He's like, you know what? What's going on here? Now, the reason why I say Anna's probably gonna like this is because yeah, I said it last week. The reason why I was not optimistic but quite full of praise for Logan before is because for somebody who didn't do this sport, he's picked it up very quick. And he has taken it a lot more serious. Like he's gone and got himself a ring and all that. He's taken it a lot more serious. Kind of like Pat McAfee. But I realize now it's easy to praise someone a little bit more when they only turn up for pay-per-views, and it because you don't have to see them talk and all that stuff. They just got to kind of have a great match. Now that he turns up to Raw and stuff and has conversations, I'm like, nah, that ain't it, bro. You're actually like I know your character's meant to be annoying because you're Logan Paul, but you're actually annoying anyway. Like you're annoying, bro. Like the stupid faces, the sticking his tongue out at the camera. It's like he doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to that. I think he thinks it's the 80s or something. So hopefully he hasn't been watching some old school wrestling when it didn't that weird cheesy era we had. I hope he's not. I don't know, man, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like he actually seems like Logan Paul, the YouTuber now, the one who used to be on Vine. He doesn't. So that I don't like that. But with the short space of time that they had in this match, and as I told you, they had about 6 minutes of wrestling, and then maybe a little bit more after for the interferences. For a 6 minute match, 7 at the best. They did great they did great to get so much done in the match. I really believe so. Like I actually couldn't believe how much stuff they got done. The match wasn't boring, but to give a champion this short space of time in the main event's a bit weird to me. But okay, we had a good match. They've done some good stuff. Jay went to get the victory. You hear the crowd go, and then John Cena pulls out the referee. Now we go back to the backstage segment John Cena and Jay Uso had in the night. Now, I hear it. If John Cena's here to ruin wrestling, then fair enough, because what he was trying to do, this actually does make sense, but I don't like it, but it made sense. He said to Jay about losing to a YouTuber, he's trying to ruin wrestling, so him interfering and trying to get Logan to win would ruin wrestling. We can all agree that none of us would be happy if Logan won the title, innit? So that would have worked. He comes out, starts wailing in on Jay. Then he tries to strangle Jay with his wristband. That was weird. I thought that was a bit shit. And then, as we said in the preview, as we all knew, Cody Rhodes comes out and the crowd go crazy because it's a live show. Now, I'll give the crowd this on it. I will give the crowd this. As a live show, if I pay, so for example, you know, guys, I've been telling you that I'm worried about going to Raw and it being shit. If I paid for this show and it was like 60 quid, 70 quid at max, and it was a Raw, and it was in my city, I would be like them fans. I'd have been enjoying myself because it would have been decent for a live crowd. For us at home, this was not the show. That's why it was on YouTube for free. It was not the show at all, and I didn't like it. But Cody's music goes off. He does the little stupid run he does where he looks like he's running on his tiptoes like a villain. Gets in the ring, crossroads. Logan gets out of the ring. Well, actually no. Then Logan gets Did he get speared? No, super kick, and then Uso splash. He gets pinned. Jay wins. And then before the music even carries on, Logan asks for the mic because he's running out of time. And I hated this. John, I'm back, and you've got your partner, and I've got my partner. So I'll see you in 2 weeks in Money in the Bank. No, we repent. We refute. We riot. We don't want that match. Another tag team match. We just saw CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth and Braun. And now you're going to give us John Cena and Logan versus Jey Uso and Cody. We've seen enough of Cody and Jay together. The libations and that, the drinking, the weekly vodka. I don't care, bro. None of us want to see that. How is Cody just allowed to make a match? Like, you're a loser, bro. Didn't you lose? You lost the title, bro. How dare you just come back? You just can make a match. John doesn't have to agree to the match. Logan doesn't have to agree to the match. Jay didn't agree to the match, but but Cody just says, yeah, we're having a match, and you're gonna love it. And then you get fucking Lee Fitting and Paul Levesque and Dude Wipes in the corner on the screen. Dude Wipes. He was sponsored by male bottom wipes, bro. Anal wipes, bro. Dude Wipe. You think I'm joking? Go watch it back. In the corner of the screen, it says Dude Wipes. In the middle of the screen, Paul Levesque, Lee Fitting, and then it says sponsored in corporation by Dude Wipes in big writing. Brother, you're taking the piss. I had this at WrestleMania when Jay and Jimmy fought, and the whole match was sponsored by Dude Wipes. Now, this was sponsored by Dude Wipes. Wipes, bro! For man's scrotum and that. For buttholes and that. Paul Levesque for you, mate. That's Paul, bro. That's not Hunter, bro. That's Paul, bro. That's not the Cerebral Assassin, bro. That stinks, bro. That stinks. You know, like, think of this logic in it. The thing that people used to use against Vince McMahon, which I don't know if it was true, but whatever. They said that Vince didn't like tag teams, innit? Okay, Vince didn't like tag teams. Clearly, Triple H loves them because every match. I'll tell you what, Triple H's favorite things in wrestling must be anyone that he done, anybody that's young and praises him like he's God's gift from NXT. He loves them. He loves a brawl. He loves a Triple H weekly brawl in some kind of way. Yeah. He loves a triple threat match. He loves a fatal 4-way match. He loves it. And he loves a tag team match. He loves it. We had a tag team match debuted SmackDown 2 weeks ago. Raw. It was a main event tag team match. We had the Street Profits in that ladder match, TLC. We had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the NXT Twins on Raw. We had the Street Profits and the Motor City Machine Gaze and DUI and whatever group, Fraxium, Fractured. We had those in a tag team match main event. Then we had this show, Seth and Sammy and oh my, not Seth and Sammy, CM Punk and Sammy and Seth and then now we're getting another tag team match. What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Why is he so obsessed? Why is he so? I don't understand. And you've made all these releases. Some of these people were good. Now we don't have a division. We don't have a women's division big enough anymore. We went from having too many women to having not enough women. And when we had too many women, we had 2 titles. And then when we got flipping an Intercontinental title, a US title, a tag team titles, and 2 WWE championships, now all of a sudden you want to release all the women. Now you want to get rid of Pure Fruity Collection. Yeah? The Pure Fruitiness is gone. Pure Fruity Collective have gone. The Ninja Warrior UK twins have gone. Yeah. In whatever their names is, bro. They've gone. Stupid. Tony Stark just broke her leg. Natalia's on TNA. You ain't brought Lana back. We saw the Bella Twins at Royal Rumble. You didn't bring them in. There ain't no Trish. There ain't no Lita. I don't know what Bailey's doing. Nia and Tiffany only fight each other. Bianca's broke her fingers. Naomi and Jade hate each other. And that's it. That's the whole roster. And then you brought back Candice LeRae, and it's meant me to be excited because she has wings, bruv. And then you got Lyra and Becky just scrapping. And then you got the secret cervix just running around, just cervixing stuff. Meechin's doing meaty twerks. B-Fab's doing anything but be fabulous. This is the roster. Sorry, bro. Oh, Ninja Warrior. I don't even need to say Ninja Warrior UK, bro. I'm just Ninja Warrior. But you know, the Chance and Carter, bro. Chance and Carter, bro. That's what I was talking about, man. You get me? You got rid of. Oh my god, man. They brought Blair Davenport up, didn't use her. They brought up Kiana James, didn't use her. They just got rid of Cora Jade. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, surely you'd think the Oscar's going to be back in it. But you know, they'll just bring her back and throw with somebody Japanese. They brought Kairi Sane back and made her lose straight away. Hey, that was your Saturday night main event review for the 24th of May 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, because as sure as hell know you didn't enjoy the pay-per-view or whatever they call it, TV special or whatever you call it. But I am enjoying doing more of these streams with you guys. Sometimes I can't be bothered to do them. That's a natural feeling. And I do it and I'm like, oh, glad I've done it because I can talk for time. You guys are dope to do with. That's cold. So we're going to keep them going anyway. It is it's Sunday today. I keep forgetting it's Sunday. So in 5 minutes, I'm going to be over on Savage Talks Football. And we're going to be doing the Championship Edition watch along in it for Liverpool lifting the title versus Crystal Palace. Tomorrow, there's no stream because I'm going to be at the parade. Tuesday, Raw review show. Wednesday, I don't know, so we'll probably do a WrestleMania watch along depending on how the day's going. And then we'll move on from there, Thursday and all that stuff. I might do an aftermath review to NXT tomorrow, but we'll have to see because as I said before, most of the chat don't like NXT. The current chat, but most of the subscribers don't like NXT and that. And I'm just letting you lot know now. I'm letting you lot know from now. You might start seeing some more AEW stuff on here, and I don't care if you don't like it. I'm just letting you know that because it's called Savage Talks Wrestling, not Savage Talks WWE only. So if I start talking it, I'm gonna talk it. If you don't want to turn up, it's fine. What I'll do is I'm gonna start doing pre-recorded videos for like AEW stuff, and then if the views come in and people like it, I'll do a stream. If not, then I won't do it. So I'll be on the stream for a bit. Spurs. Yeah. Do that because I'm going to be covering all the games anyway. I'm going to be covering all the matches. So yeah. Big up to you, Anna. For football, you cover it. Yeah. Oh no. English football, James. English football. I do watch NFL, but it's on too late, and it so Patriots fan. Yeah, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to rush, and I've only got 5 minutes to set up. So, love for the love, guys. It was emotional. You know what I mean? Saturday night main event. But to be fair, I'm not that mad about it because I wasn't expecting too much of it anyway. But you lot go and enjoy your Sunday unless you're coming over to the football channel. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you already know what it is, man. Happy birthday to the guy, bruv. You know, like that, the tribal chief. Let's get it.